How to receive a feedback. All right, so this is a huge one. So especially if you work in I think that majority of us work in some kind of a team, and it is absolutely natural that we have things that we notice that they are good or that they are not as good, and we tend to provide feedback to our colleagues, sometimes even unwillingly or sometimes even unconsciously, and it is a tough thing to do. So in order to provide feedback to someone, you really have to have this kind of courage, right, and openness to accept that what you are saying may not be necessarily pleasant for a person that you are talking with. But there is other part of a story, and that is how to receive such feedback. And throughout my career, I had a opportunity to both give and receive feedbacks hundreds of times. And there is one important trait when you are listening to feedback. Try not to be defensive immediately. Try to listen and maybe not even react immediately. Especially if we talk about more of a negative feedback, right? If we are listening that someone is not satisfied with our work, right? And normally emotions are high. Normally you may feel upset, you may feel attacked, especially depending on the way how a person is actually providing feedback to you. Is it factual? Is it true? Is it objective? Or it's just some kind of gossip, or it's based on something that is not true. So what I would advise first is try to contain yourself from immediate reaction and try to listen what the person actually is saying. There is even this interesting effect. Even if feedback is not factually true, even if you did something but the person is saying that you haven't, listen for the reasons why such perception exists at all, right? So even if you have done something but a person that is providing feedback to you is saying that you haven't, there may be some communicational mismatch, some misunderstanding, some misalignment. And even in such cases, try to understand how that happened. But especially if feedback is factually true, if it is constructive, if you can gain from it, this is kind of often it is referred to as present to you, so a gift to you, so that you can learn and improve. Generally, getting feedback is the quickest way to grow, the quickest way to develop, and the most efficient way to get information how you specifically can improve, right? So when you're reading a book, it is not especially written for you, but when you are receiving a feedback, it is actually for you. So it is an absolute privilege to get a feedback that is specially intended for you as a person and as a professional, I wanted to say. So try to appreciate it, and actually first try to listen, restrain yourself from action, try to understand, and then calmly go into discussion, but not in this defensive way, but better to understand the person. You can freely disagree, but try to understand why this feedback is there, and to learn from it, if anyhow possible.